This is why the thing that you desire, whether that's a bigger audience, huge financial cash flowing in your life, the relationship that you want, whatever it is, this is why it hasn't unfolded in your life. And it is because you are making the wrong type of decision. What am I talking about? There are two types of decisions. There's full body decisions, and then there's mind decisions. And if you're making one of these, this is why nothing is changing. So mind decisions are decisions where you're like, I'm deciding. And so in your mind, you're like, I'm finished with this. I want to experience this. I've decided. It's in your mind. You haven't fully embodied it into your body, and you haven't moved and taken an action towards it. So if you have a mind decision, it's like, I want to, I should, I'm going to try, here I go, but you're not fully embodied in that decision. And then we have full body decisions. These decisions are, I'm done. I have made the decision. I'm put it into my GPS. This is the direction that I'm going. And then you move energetically in that direction and physically in the direction. You change the way you operate based on that full body decision. You see, your body knows the difference between a mind decision, the mind negotiates, and your body knows the truth. And the big thing about creation, manifestation, especially when you're doing it from a divinity standpoint, you are divinity in a body. You are a fractal of source, which means that you and source energy are one. You are the creator of worlds within your body, and you came here to play and to create worlds in this world. And when you know that you're divinity, when you know that what you speak is so, right? Your words are bond, your word is law. When you know that, then whatever you are speaking, whatever you have decided energetically, when it's aligned, and I'll tell you what an aligned decision looks like. When you make a full body decision, then it shifts. Think about it. There's been a time when you have decided something, when you were like, I'm not going there, I'm going there, and boom, it unfolded. And you never looked back. That is you being the instant creator, the instant manifester that you are. But there are times when you make decisions, but then you go back because you haven't seen any proof or you haven't seen any evidence. And then you just go back to the way things were. That's a mind decision, not a full body decision. A full body decision says, I'm doing this. It is done. There's no other option. Here I go. I'm going to give you a couple of examples. If you want to see those examples, come to my YouTube channel, watch this video. It's going to be much longer, and you're going to have some examples, some full body decisions, and what you can do to get your body on board with your decision. Decisions that you make with your mind are, I think I'm going to do this. Like, yes, this is what I'm going to do, right? But then you don't do it. That's a mind decision. You're like, I decided, I am done with this, blah, blah, blah. And then you go and don't change anything about your intentions. You don't change anything about your actions. You don't change anything about how you're moving. You don't change anything about your thoughts. You haven't changed anything, which means you're in the identity of the old you and you haven't truly decided. However, when you remember that you were divinity and your decision is law, and when you decide that you're going to make a full body decision, a full body decision means that you are shifting your thoughts, your beliefs, your intentions, your decisions, your actions, and you are aligning your emotions and your somatic feelings in your body to match that decision. I had a client. She was like, I am not so sure that I can still have success after these children. And I was like, do you want success? Yes, I have a deep desire for success, was her response. And I said, so that desire tells you it's already done. Your desire is coming from the part of you within you that knows it all. And you wouldn't have the desire if it wasn't already yours. Okay. And so she was like, okay, I get that. And I said, so are you moving as a successful person? Are you being the successful woman who has 2 children? No. I'm telling myself all of these stories that don't match. I haven't really fully decided. I said, well, we get to decide now that you get to be successful. It gets to fit into your reality, your new reality. It gets to fit into the time, right? Because we know time isn't real, but it gets to be exactly what I want it to be. And so she decided, and she utilized the aligned soul alchemy identity method to become the divine diva and do the things that she said that she was going to do, just fall in line with the decision that she made. And of course, she ended up having success. Of course, she had nearly 400 people come into her programs. Of course, she has $100,000 months. Of course, she has launches that succeed. Of course, now she's a triple-time bestseller. All of this within 1 year because she decided. Your decision needs to be a full body decision. And what a full body decision means, I mean, your frequency needs to align with the decision that you made. And so if you made it up here and you're not moving in your body in alignment with that decision, it is not a decision. It was a thought. And so manifestation happens with your decision. So all of the reasons why you're like, I haven't manifested this, or this hasn't come into my life, or I haven't gotten the success that I want in my business, is because you haven't really aligned with a full body decision. Decide today, move in alignment with it, and then it is. I'm Christine Michelle. I'm your energetic strategist and spiritual advisor, and I help you to create the reality and the business success that blows your mind. My clients go from $0 to multiple millions in their business. Why? Because of decision, because of the aligned soul way, because of knowing that woo do, the woo plus the do, is the way to go, that they can turn spirit into form by their decision, because they are divinity, they are the divine diva. This is what we're doing in Voodoo Villa. Voodoo Villa opens 11/11. If you know that you are meant to be in front of millions, if you know you're meant to be the person that everybody goes to, the name that's on the tip of everybody's tongue for what you do, ready to be the category of one, ready to be the recommended person, to go from best kept secret because you're so good at what you do to spiritual celebrity, Voodoo Villa is the place for you. Click the link in the bio or message me and I'll get you anything you need to start. Hugs, kisses, and all of the feels. Remember, you are already it. Your decision is the manifested. When you decide, it's already done. Spirit is showing you all the ways that it's already done. Look at that. Forget about the 3D. Let it catch up. And so it is.